Hello, 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 hello. I am Onizuka, and today we are going to be talking about Terry in Garou. He is my favorite character, just like in fighting games in general. I play Terry in everything, and this game is no different, although he does play differently than how he would in your KOFs and whatnot. So, this is the one character that I do know how to play. I'm not like an expert or anything. I'm still learning. We're all still learning. When it comes to any game, there's always still something to learn, no matter what the game is. But today we're going to be talking about Terry. I'm going to tell you what I know about him. I'm going to tell you some things that I can do, that I know how. Not that I know how to do, but. Oh, yeah, that too. But things that I know that you should do with the character and that what you shouldn't do with the character. And I'm going to go through his strengths and his weaknesses. So, first, we're going to go off with his buttons. So you have your standing light, which is really good to stopping run-ins, and it's also a pretty good anti-air. You can use it for that. It's only really like good against hops. Like a full jump, it's not really going to be the best for you. It's not going to be a good time. But against a hop and someone running at you, you can stuff them out. Now his standing light kick, this move is actually it's also a decent anti-air. But, oh shoot. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. But, it's also a pretty good anti-air. But, for me, it whiffs like a lot. Maybe I'm not timing it right, but a lot of the times I end up getting a close C instead, or a close B instead, but yeah, it's very, very, very situational. You're probably better off just using standing A. Now, this move, standing heavy punch, is not that great. I would try to avoid using it at all costs. It is not a good move. It's not a good move at all. But a standing D, or standing heavy kick, does fare a little better. So, standing D at first glance seems like it's not really that good of a normal. It's not, but it's actually it's a very interesting move because the moves property changes when they're blocking. So you can actually special cancel after it, which is really nice, and it's nice to throw one of those in there every once in a while, very occasionally. But he has other normals that can do the job of standing C better, or standing D better. We're going to talk about his close normals. So close A is pretty standard against everyone, with everyone around in the cast. 3-frame startup. This means it comes out really, really fast. It's super plus. Combos into itself, and you can go into a bunch of other shit after it. But close B, not the best. It's not really that good of a normal. It's not terrible. It's not terrible like Farsi is, but close B is okay. You can at least combo into it. Oh shit. If I can. There we go. There we go. But yeah, time is kind of strict. Close C. This is a vital button. Much like standing A, close C is going to be very important. It's going to be very important to Terry's game plan. It's going to be one of the main combo starters. It's going to be one of your main sources of damage for like meaties and stuff. It's such a good button. It's such a good button, and you can special cancel and you'll get a little knockdown. It's a really, really good button. There's definitely something you're gonna have to definitely something you're gonna have to keep in your mind. Now, close D is 2 hits, and you can cancel after the first hit. So Bam. You can use this as a little frame trap, but you're better off using something else. You're better off using one of the other moves I'm about to tell you. But it does need to be mentioned. This move, it's not awful. You can find uses for it. Like you can try to just defend bait somebody with it, but other than that, it's not really the best. So now we're going to talk about crouching normals. Crouching B is really, really good. This is going to be your main tool for going into supers, and in mid screen you can go into a projectile after it and then just save. But yes, this right here, this move is really, really, really good. It stops run-ins, and it's really good. It's a really good light confirm into supers. Now you're probably wondering why I skipped B. I skipped crouching light punch and went straight to B. Well, light kick. Well, this is not that good. It's just not that good. It doesn't have the range of crouching B. You can't really do too much with it. It's kind of stubby. It whips a lot, and you're just better off using C. Well, B. You're just better off using this button. Don't use the other one. Just use this. Let's use this right here. And you can do that in tandem with your heavy, and that's going to be something very important because crouching C is going to be one of your best crouching pokes. These two right here in tandem, your best crouching pokes. And oh shit, press the wrong button. But crouching C is super plus. It's super duper plus block, and you can safely go into a certain special move that I'll talk about later. But this move right here, this is really good when you're trying to frame trap somebody, and it's generally a good poke. It is a very, very good poke. Yeah, we're gonna talk about his sweep, which is crouching D. I would advise against using it. It's not really that good. Very situational. Definitely not the best. You can combo into it through a feint cancel, but generally, I would not even bother with using this move. But let's talk about his air normals now. So we have his jumping A, which is a very, very good air-to-air. And we have his jumping B, also a good air-to-air. And you can kind of use it as an overhead and go into your power dunk. It's also pretty safe too, so that's really nice. And the hitbox is very, very deceptive. Like, look at that. His knee isn't even hitting him. So yes, the hitbox is very, very deceptive. Very good move. One of the best air normals in the game, if not the best air normal in the game. Jumping C is pretty good for jumpings, but sometimes that's just better. This button right here, this button right here is just better sometimes, but it is good for jumping. Not really for a hop. If you're going to do a hop, then you should definitely use B. Use B instead. But for a full jumping, then you can do that, which unfortunately Terry is very susceptible to. But we'll talk about that later. His jumping D, actually pretty decent. Like, it's not terrible, but if you're playing Terry and you just find that you want to use a heavy kick at some point, then use the air version. The air version is really, really good for, like, if someone's jumping, and if they lift their attack, this could clip them sometimes. But you should definitely use it when like hopping backwards or jumping backwards. Okay, now we're gonna go into his special moves. Each special move has two different versions because there's light and heavy. So we're gonna start off with his main zoning tool, which is gonna be his power wave. So there's the light version, which travels slower, slightly. Well, actually, no, it's still not safe. But the heavy version is faster, but does have a little bit more recovery. So be wary of that. In neutral, I would generally just kind of switch between the two, just to try to keep them on their toes. Like if they try to jump over it, then just throw a light, like just start throwing the heavy ones when they're full screen, and then when they start jumping over it, start throwing the light ones, and then sometimes it can clip them, and sometimes you'll have to block. So yeah. Now we're gonna go through crack shoot. Crack shoot is pretty okay. It's not the best tool he has, but it's definitely a tool that can be used. It's pretty safe on block. It's minus on block, but it's still safe. Unlike this move. Oh yeah, one note to really drive this home. All of his special moves, but one, is not safe on block or hit. I will elaborate on that a little bit later. But yeah, crack shoot. The light one is slightly safer, so you'll still be able to block, but so you'll technically be safe, but you just have to block after it. You can try to like bait out something, but you probably should just not do that. The heavy version, I will avoid using that at damn near all costs because it's not that good of a button. It's not that good of a special move. It's tremendously unsafe on block. You can use it as a makeshift anti-air, like not makeshift, but like a preemptive anti-air, but probably won't get the best results. But you can do it if you want to try. Next we're gonna go into Burning Knuckle. Definitely one of Terry's most iconic moves. You have the light version, and you have the heavy version. The heavy version travels farther, but is more unsafe on block, and you just generally just can't really combo into it. You can try to get like a counter hit combo going, but like it will be very, very, very random if you actually get to land it or not. So your safest bet is to just do Burning Knuckle and get that little knockdown. There's a better option that you could use instead, but if you just love that move as much as I do, you can do Burning. Now, we're going to go into his really, really good moves. His really, really good moves. The very little he has. There is Power Dunk, which is his DP. There's like everything else. There are two different variations. I've been saying that too much, but there's the light version and the heavy version. They both have the exact same startup, but the only thing that this version has, that the heavy version has, is that it's easier to get your DP break. And also, this is the move that you can actually break. This is Terry's move. This is Terry's move that he can break. Everyone in the cast has a break move. His break move is going to be Power Dunk, and that's going to be one of your main sources of damage. That's going to be one of your main sources of damage and going into supers. And then you have one of his strongest tools and his best tool, which is his Rekka, which is Power Charge. So you have a light version, which you can chain up to 3 times, and you can also do the same thing with the heavy version. But what makes this move so special is that the heavy version on block and hit is plus. So you can go in for resets. Now there are ways to get out of the reset. If they're being too predictable, you can throw in a down evasion attack, which everyone has, which is down in both of your lights. Or sometimes if they try to delay it, you might have just enough time to do an anti-air or do a super. But now we're going to go into something very, very important. And you can use it in tandem with you can use it in tandem sometimes with Terry's target combo, which is going to be his snagging C into his forward C. Very good move, very safe, and you can go into super. Which leads into our next topic, supers. Terry has two different variations of the power. He has two different variations of Power Gazer and Buster Wolf. So we'll go over the one that no one uses first, and then we'll go over the really, really cool one that you should be using. So it's going to be this game has very easy inputs for like your supers. They're all core circle forward twice for most of the cast. So for Terry, it's going to be either one of the punches. So you have the light version, and you have, there you go, and you have the heavy version. And what's really cool with the heavy version is that you can combo into it off of your lights. You can combo into it after your target combo. And it's a good option, but you have other options that do more damage. You have options that do more damage, like Buster Wolf. And here's the light version. Already does more damage, and then you have the heavy version, or P power and S power respectively. Now, like before, when I say where you're crouching B. Ooh, shit, I fucked that up. But oh shit. Damn, what the fuck? There we go. You can combo into Buster Wolf with it, and that's a very, very good chunk of damage. And you can also do it with the heavy version, and you can do your lights into Power Gazer and shit like that. But let me tell you this right now, you can use Power Gazer as an anti-air super. You should not, though, because unless you know the spacing for that super, it's not the best. You might be able to get a counter hit, but I wouldn't do it. Even though I do it all the time. But I'd be very careful when doing it, I guess. I'll say that instead. I'd be very careful in doing it. But now we're going to go into a universal mechanic in the game, and something that helps Terry with his pressure game immensely, which is the feint system. So if you press forward in both of your punches, you do a forward feint, and if you do down in the same buttons, you do a downwards one. Terry's downwards one is not really that good. It's not really that good. And you can use it, but you won't get as much damage as you should be getting. Now, the forward one is where it's at. The forward one is definitely where it's at. Now, for people who are just starting off with this character, you will be just fine just doing a single one into a power charge reset. Because when they're right there, they can't punish it. So, let's do a little recording real quick. So, if I try to press a button, I'm going to just get hit. Those are one of those situations that if you're in that situation and they're being very predictable, just like that. So watch. You can do your downwards evasion attack, which for Terry's, it's not the best, but it can stopping, from what I've read in the comment once, um, it can stop shallow jumpings. So you can use it. It does have upper body invincibility. Think of it as like a forward P in Guilty Gear. If for you Guilty Gear players out there, it is one of your invincible reversals. It's not, his isn't the best. It's very, very situational. It is very, very situational. Like, if you're going to rely on this, you need to learn the timing on how to punish with it. But but it's like that with every character in the game. But like against a Terry that likes to power charge and like doesn't change the variation at all, you can just do it. You can just do down evasion attack and then just get something off of it. So stuff like that. So it is very important that you switch up how you do it. It's very important how you switch up your power charge, how you switch up your feint cancels. And when you do get this hit, you can get big damage like that. But for beginners, I would just practice doing forward feint. Forward feint is going to be your forward feint is the best one, and that's going to be the main one you're going to be seeing most Terry players use. So a very easy link is just standing C, forward feint, and you crouch and C into whatever ender you want. So you can do burning knuckle, which does you 30 damage, but you can get even more damage than that if you get power charge. And eventually you'll start gradually learning the timing of when you can actually press a button after heavy power charge. Now, those are his really, really good tools. Now, what's bad about Terry? Minus 11. This right here. Oh, you're eating something. You're getting your ass. You're fucked. Right here. If you're trying to whiff this, and if you fuck up, you're eating a terrible punish. This is unsafe. This is unsafe. It's just, and technically, this is unsafe. So, like, actually, I'm gonna tell the CPU, give it to me. Okay. Damn, there we go. Tremendously unsafe. Like, you can try to bait somebody into it. You're technically still safe, but you have to block, because if you don't, you will get fucked. It's that simple. You will get fucked. But be careful using this move. Be careful using this move, because once people start to see it, you just jabbed out of it. So it's very, very easy for really good players to be able to just read that shit. Which is why you should use it sparingly. But he also struggles a little bit in the neutral because of his fireballs being okay. They're not that bad, but they're just okay. But he does kind of make up for having some really good normals that can stop people. But he does struggle a little bit to really get like his combo game going, because it's a little slow. with the power charge, but once you got them in that vortex, then it's just a guessing game for them. Like, are you gonna delay it, or are you gonna delay the next one? Are you gonna go low? Or are you gonna go high, etc.? So that's something that is very important with Terry. Uh, Learn how to switch up what you're gonna do with the power charge. When you're gonna switch up with your feints, and sometimes you can just whiff it. You can just whiff the feint just to like maybe try to get a grab in there or something. So like, shit, I fucked that up. But yeah, there we go. So you can throw that shit in. So, oh, you get the idea. But yeah, just switch it up a little bit. Switch it up every time. Do not be predictable, because if you're predictable, you're going to get eaten up. You're going to get eaten up and spat out. But that's and Terry's meter game, not the best. It's not the best because he does have solid ways to build meter, like fireballs can build meter. It's okay, but power charge can actually build meter, either version. But if you're gonna try to build meter, I would do the heavy version off of a sweep, just so, well, not off a sweep, but off a knockdown. So then that way you have a more safer way to start your mix-up game, and you'll be building a little meter, but it's not really that great of a meter gang option. But this is his best meter gang option, actually breaking the power dunk. But if you miss it, like right there, then you're gonna get fucked up, and that's no fun for no one. So be very, very careful how you spend meter. Use meter very, very sparingly, because honestly, Terry does a lot of the pros of Terry is that he does a lot of damage. He hits like a dump truck, like he hits like a damn dump truck, and a lot of his heavy normals, like standing C and crouching C, are both safe. So you can safely end them with just themselves and just do, and then you can kind of like either throwing. Oh shit. There you go. You can throw in a power charge, or you can just kind of jump, or you can back off a little bit, see what they're going to do. Stuff like that. So, the cons is just he doesn't really have good meter game, and kind of struggles getting his game started. Because there are definitely times where I've been playing this game and trying to get into that power charge is just, it can be a fucking struggle, man. It can be a fucking struggle. But other than that, I think Terry is a very, very good character. Not the best. He definitely does struggle against the high tiers, but if you want to play him, then play him. Do not be deterred. But he's still a really, really, really fun character. And I hope this guide helped with you wanting to learn the character, if you want to learn the character. And yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic day. And if you have any questions or concerns, I will put a link to the Discord, the Garou Discord. All the guys there, they are super, super cool, super, super nice. And if you need help with something, they will help you. They 100% will help you. They have way more resources than I do. I can put some resources in here, but I'll link the Discord in the description. And there is actually a really good tutorial on Terry with Don Bozy and Koro. It's a really, really good guide. It's one of the reasons why I made the idea. Well, not made the idea, but I had the idea to do this tutorial in the first place, because I was like, I want to see if I can give my little take in there too. So yeah. So I'll put all those links in the description. I might make another one, but we will see. All right, you all have a good day. All righty, bye.